Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. The definition of self-deprecation is the undervalue of oneself or abilities. And self-deprecation has moved from the comedian on the stage into our lives and has essentially taken over. I mean, we have got to work very hard to silence self-deprecation. Lent season is among us, and I've talked about things that I've given up for Lent, and one of them that I'm working on is self-deprecation because it's so truly damaging. But I want to talk about a little bit about what it is and where it creeps in, where we may not even realize that we're doing it because it's become such habit for us. In fact, Glamour magazine did a study on women and found that women on average self-deprecate 13 times a day. 13 times a day we say negative things about ourselves in public, pointing out the things that we are most fearful of people really noticing. It's ironic. When we say one of the things, so first of all, let me talk about why we self-deprecate, because women especially self-deprecate to relate to each other. We're able to sort of laugh at ourselves. I mean, nobody wants a bragger. Everybody likes and appreciates a little modesty, but self-deprecation goes beyond being modest. Self-deprecating is actually damaging to your brand. So if we all walk around looking at ourselves like we're a brand, right? When we self-deprecate, for example, if you walked into a car dealership and we're looking at cars and you found one that you loved and the dealer walked out and said, "Hey, you like this car?" And you said, "Yeah, I do." And he said, "That baby don't run like she used to." A lot of miles on those tires. Okay. I mean, she makes all kinds of noises. They're funny noises, but man, does this baby make noises. You're going to start to think about buying that car. Life is a sell, right? So when we go on a date, we want to put our best foot forward. But a lot of times we self-deprecate because it stems from fear, right? Or at work. We make jokes. You may be up for a promotion, but if you're at work self-deprecating, "I can never get anything done on time," or you accidentally misspell a word in an email and suddenly you become the girl who can't spell or the man who can't spell. Do you really want to be at work known as the person who can't spell, who can't get anything done on time? I mean, self-deprecation will creep in everywhere if we allow it to, because we feel like it humanizes us, but actually what it does is it limits us. Let me go back to women. So we self-deprecate to relate to each other, to laugh with each other. I mean, everybody needs a laugh, right? So a group of women get together and one woman says something about herself. "I feel fat," right? Common self-deprecation for women. And then all the women with her refute that. "No, you don't look fat. You're beautiful. Are you kidding? I'm fat. Oh, I'm so fat. I ate so much yesterday. My pants don't fit. I tried on my bra. It was killing me. My underwear are tight." And all of a sudden it becomes this spiral of self-deprecation. Almost who could be the fattest at the table? And we do that to level the playing field because we want everybody to feel like we're in the same boat. But what boat is that? Who wants to be in that boat? I don't know why we do that to ourselves. And I'm just as guilty of it. And our minds work through repetition. We begin to believe what we hear and what we say. We begin to notice what it is we're pointing out to other people in our self-deprecation. So when you say things like, "I'm so bad at dating, I'm so bad at money, I have no self-control when it comes to food," you then become that self-fulfilling prophecy. I remember a time that I went out to dinner with Danielle and Bart and a couple of other people, and I ordered dessert under the self-deprecating comment that I had no self-control when it came to food. Well, everybody laughed at that. The dessert came, and then I sort of felt like I had to live up to that self-deprecation, so I overate. I ate. The joke at the table became how I consume all this dessert and where did I put it all and blah, blah, blah. And I ended up overeating, overindulging way more than I would have had I not stated how little self-control I had. And I felt gross about it, not just about what I said, but the way that I was then viewed and the way that I felt I had to overeat. And it just sort of became this self-fulfilling prophecy of grossness. But this is what we do. We dumb ourselves down. We fatten ourselves up. We undersell ourselves. But why? It stems from a place of fear. When we say we feel old, you can't feel old. You either are or you aren't, but you can feel unaccomplished. You can feel unmotivated. You can feel unsuccessful. You can feel defeated. Those are all things you can feel disguised as the self-deprecating comment, I feel old. When we say I feel fat, what are we really saying? I'm disappointed in myself that I overeat. I'm disappointed that I don't make the effort to exercise. That's what we're really saying. So how do we then, because what self-deprecating talk is not only what we begin to see in ourselves, but what other people begin to see in us. For example, if I say, you know, I have hair curtains because I have big ears. Well, now how many of you are looking at my ears? Probably going, wow, she does have big ears. That is self-deprecating talk. Because now when I look in the mirror, what am I going to see? Big ears. When you watch my videos, what will you notice? Big ears. This is what we do to ourselves. Not only are we doing it to ourselves, but it's become part of our culture and the way that we almost support each other. It's like who can be the most self-deprecating. It's like a bad SNL skit. But how do we stop it? When somebody that you care about says, oh, I feel so fat, instead of refuting it with your own self-deprecating talk, maybe you can say, well, what's going on? Why are you overeating? Or why have you stopped exercising? How can I help you? Do you want to go for a walk? I have a great recipe I found. Do you want me to share some recipes with you? How can we work together to stop the self-deprecation and really deal with the fear, especially in the workplace? You don't want to be known as the person who can't get anything done or the person that's so busy you can't keep anything straight. I am working on this myself because I do it in my professional life and my personal life, which is why I gave it up for Lent, which is why I'm trying so hard. Where are you the most self-deprecating in your life? And how can we work on that? Where is it really coming from? When other people self-deprecate, do you feed into that? Or do you work hard to try to sort of talk them back out of it? It's interesting. I'm very interested to hear how other people deal with self-deprecation, because until we break the cycle and really start to bring out the best in each other, make positive changes, because the positive changes will change our thinking. I mean, it just will. We are a product of our own thoughts, that we know. And if we can make these small changes, we can live our best life. So talk to me about it, because I'm working on it and I know I can't be the only one. I love you today. Have a great day.